AskReddit by available wash 6534. What is the best guitar solo of all time? Pink Floyd's David Gilmour in Comfortably Numb. The live version of Comfortably Numb off the Delicate Sound of Thunder, https://yahoo.be/4hbqkccpbrA?SI_KQXVXBOV50IUGQ1 close bracket album contains quite possibly the most perfect performance of that song. You're cheating yourself if you don't listen to the entire thing, but the solo starts around 4:50 and he spends the next 4 minutes making that guitar do things that would cause a porn star to go white and steady herself on the nearest chair. Little Wing Hendrix original. No, it's not a big, long solo, but that's what makes it so great. Every note is perfect and it leaves you longing for more. That's why so many other great guitarists have covered it. Many have tried to improve upon it, but it can't be done. Could even add someone who idolized Jimmy and took Little Wing to another level and made the entire song a solo in Stevie Ray Vaughan. Closing solo of Comfortably Numb with honorable mention for Sultans of Swing. Comfortably Numb closing solo from the Pulse Tour. I mean, it's subjective, but I'll throw my hat in the ring for Crazy Train. If I can be even half as good as Randy Rhoads, I'll be one happy guitar player. Dude was classically trained and made the perfect hair metal era solo with just the right amount of flash. The video of Ozzy listening to the isolated solo gives me chills. What an incredible player. Personal favorite is Prince's solo on While My Guitar Gently Weeps. Sultans of Swing was my inspiration for wanting to play the guitar, so that one always has a special place in my heart as well. Here it is queued up for those who haven't heard it. https://yahoo.be/3MC6S9HONU?SILURVGVRZGTJR with C &amp/200. Sultans of Swing. Live at Alchemy version. Knopfler is just amazing live. I'm partial to the intro of Cliffs of Dover by Eric Johnson. https://yahoo.be/5nd7ez3k39s?SIDYZGHXXVRI2WAEBL close bracket, but that whole song is just one incredible guitar solo. Also, it sounds very Christmas-y, so I like to throw it on this time of year. Thank God for Guitar Hero introducing me to that among many great songs. Maggot Brain Funkadelic. Eddie fucking Hazel. Voodoo Chili, Slight Return, Jimi Hendrix. Not sure it's the best, but whenever I hear Cult of Personality, I want to run through a brick wall, it gets me so. That solo was lightning in a bottle. Can't forget Free Bird. I just had this conversation with a coworker yesterday. The Freebird solo has kind of gotten underrated in more recent years because it has been overplayed so much. But just because it is oversaturated doesn't mean it is any less good in and of itself. Slash's guitar solos in November Rain. It may not be best, but it reminds me of teenage when I was just about to pass school 10 years back. I was gonna say his solo on Paradise City. Slash just exudes natural talent, and I imagine him in this otherworldly headspace where every lick he plays is an original because he talks straight through the strings. He has been my musical idol for many years. Many of David Gilmour's solos I would consider best of all time. Hotel California, Eagles, has an iconic solo between two guitarists as well that I'd consider top tier. If I had to choose a few of Pink Floyd's. Comfortably Numb. First solo is beautiful and maybe more melodically interesting. Second solo has loads of feel and emotion. Have a Cigar. Groovy. Playing the changes beautifully. Money. What followed the saxophone was legendary. Time. Drops that line. Then the solo commences. Another brick in the wall, just cool as fuck. Shine on you crazy diamond. First few parts of the song, that's an instrumental. All of the solos from Pink Floyd fit this category. CN, Time, Us and Them, etc. Gilmore is amazing. Best is a bit too subjective, but The Outlaws' Green Grass and High Tides is certainly worth a mention. Green Grass and High Tides is way up there for me. Highway Song by Blackfoot is too. SRV cover of Little Wing. Guthrie Govan solo on the Steven Wilson song Drive Home. It's simply divine. Guthrie is the best. Terry Kath of Chicago on 25 or 6 to 4. 25 or 6 to 4. https://yahoo.be/lba2g_u1ckg_silent8f5q0v5xcwg closed bracket at about 254. He's the best guitarist in the universe. Jimi Hendrix. Eruption. Basically anything by Eddie. Always with me, always with you. https://yahoo.be/bs-just-d7 and 8_q SIHQ9FMMCVY07FX_ closed bracket by Joe Satriani deserves a mention. I had the pleasure of going to one of his shows last year. When that main guitar riff came in, the part around 25 seconds in that video, I got chills at the concert. Megadeth Tornado of Souls. Best thrash solo by far. Marty's melodic touch is unrivaled for the genre. Neil Young Like a Hurricane. Both of them. Guitar solo in Peg by Steely Dan. Randy Rhoads outro solo on Tonight, on Ozzy's Diary of Madman. Most solos by Randy would be consideration for best solo. I'm partial to Revelation Mother Earth or either solo from Mr. Crowley. Honestly, there's way too many to choose from. Depends on your personal preference, asks Jaren. But if I had to pick one, probably Stairway to Heaven by Led Zeppelin. It just hits you right in the feels every time. But hey, everyone has different opinions, so take it with a grain of salt or whatever floats your boat, bro. Rock on M. Can't believe I had to scroll this far for this. Jimmy Page. The outro of Floods with Pantera. Cemetery Gates solo as well.